Shrimp. These are pretty jumbo. This is a jumbo shrimp.
They're huge. And cut it into little pieces, little dices. Why? Because you kind of want to have an even bite of the shrimp.
To season my shrimp today, I have salt, mixed garlic, and the chipotle. I want to keep the sauce on the shrimp, so I'm going to try not to move it around too much. So it reminds me of like orange chicken.
So I already have my chicken right here. It's already boiled. Look at this beauty. Normally, I would tell you to use these two forks to kind of shred it, but I have a better trick. Use your hands. Because you control the size of your chicken breast. And there you have it. Shredded chicken for my chicken tinga.
Have it has taken some time. We're going to season it with some salt and pepper. So we're going for medium rare here. Rose said leave it alone. Joe said leave it alone. So you know what I do? Leave it alone.
Alright, tinga time. We're just going to cook this. Again, chicken tinga goes with chipotle, but I have no chipotle, so I have to follow the rules. Son, are you watching this? Follow the rules. I'm gonna add the chicken now. Look at this, beautiful. It's kind of look like a fajita. And at this point, I will add the chipotle. So I'm just gonna close my eyes and think this is chipotle. Yes, it's chipotle. Yes, like the chipotle. Listen, there's nothing wrong with this sauce. I love this sauce. I love it. And I'm gonna add my chicken broth that we make together in the past. I'm not gonna add a lot. I don't wanna have a soggy burrito, but normally you add a lot of chicken broth. That's when you know it's ready. When it tastes delicious and it looks delicious.
I've always wanted to do that.
Next round on me.
I can't believe this is just lunch. This is at least 2 meals. So we're going to let it rest a little bit to kind of finish up cooking and cool off a bit.
All right. The other half of the avocado. I'm going to make avocado sauce. I'm going to make it happen with what I have. I'm going to use onion for the jalapeno and cilantro. I mean, who doesn't like avocado?
I'm going to be making my tres chile sauce. Arbol, morita, and guajillo.
Guajillo for texture and flavor. Morita, more for flavor. Arbol for spicy.
So normally, I always have sour cream on the side. And Chef Saul, I hope you're doing something good with my sour cream.
Honestly, I don't know what to do. I'm not just going to mix them. I'm going to make sriracha crema. And this is really simple, guys. I mean, come on. It's more spicy. It's actually really good.
So, as you can see, there is a little puffiness. Actually, that was a magic moment. Dang, that was a moment.
And then you're going to take a separate pan and you're going to do a similar thing to the tomatoes and the onions and the other ingredients. Just toss them around to get them warm as well as a little bit charred. And then you take those ingredients with your chilies and put them in a blender. The vinegar is going to help the color really nicely and give a little bit of a tang.
It's spicy, but it's not too crazy. So another special moment for me, I'm going to make my own tortilla. We have flour, salt, lard. Alright, so it feels a little sticky. I feel like a real chef. Let me make it dough. Who would have thought? Domesticated millennial. Alright, so now we're going to knead the dough. So I'm kind of going to shape this into a ball and then cover it with saran wrap and let it sit. Wrap it. Dough ball. Okay, so my dough has been sitting for a little bit, and now for the fun part, I'm going to roll it into a tortilla. It's a little harder than I thought. So it's getting there. Totally digging the shape of my tortilla. Okay, excited for me? I am, because this is like a 300-step process. And we're near the end. So that's why I'm happy. Woo, yay! Look at this tortilla. Now this is a nice looking tortilla. Here's my cooked tortilla.
I wish I was making my own tortilla. So I got these tortillas from Bianca. She also sent me Monterey cheese. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to do the cheese trick.
Saul's cheese trick is basically putting the cheese in first, and then we're going to put the tortilla on top of the cheese, and then flip it.
But I'm gonna double it. What's better than cheese? More cheese. But first of all, I need to heat up my tortilla. If you don't heat up your tortilla, it will break. The cheese trick. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. It's not bothering you. It shouldn't be bothering the cheese.
It over, hold it, and then oh, we out here. It's a little white. It's cool. Ooh.
You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing that I did. The cheese trick. Right here, right now.
It is time to assemble my burrito. I've been working hard for this. My steak has been resting for a little bit, and now we're going to slice it up. I put my steak first.
I'm gonna add some of this tinga, and you see that there's not that much liquid into this tinga.
The shrimp with the chipotle adobo.
We're gonna do the concon. I'm gonna do chunks of rice. Do you guys hear them? So crunchy. Since the concon is a little bit dry, it needs to have a little bit of sauce. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of my sriracha crema. A little bit of sour cream.
So we're gonna add the famous nopal pico de gallo and the tres chile sauce. Now for the chicharron. This is definitely pork rinds, as it smells like when I was watching the stories with my grandpa, watching all my children. And now the queso fresco.
Look at those colors. Look how beautiful that looks. Now I'm just gonna roll it.
Never rolled a burrito before.
Push the ends like that.
We're gonna fold inward, wrap this around.
Pull all this inside here, and then just push towards yourself like this. And then it's gonna be so tight.
So we have our burrito. For the finishing touch, I'm gonna put it back in the pan to seal it.
And this is how you seal the deal. But wait, there is more. It's time for cheese trick part 2. So I did the cheese trick inside, now I'm gonna do it outside. And there you have it. Here's my burrito with cheese inside and outside. Let's play this, baby. Let's play this. It looks beautiful, huh? I know. I love it.
I was hoping the cheese pull would happen, but it looks tasty. So we're gonna place like this, and we're gonna get some lime.
I'm going to make rolls. So now it's just like sushi. Look at this beauty.
Let's do a little more of this little cold fresca tres chile sauce. I mean, it looks cute to me. Does it look cute to you? All right, and then I guess we can add some of these little bad boys on the side. And here is my take on Chef Saul's surf and turf burrito recipe.
A little bit of my avocado, a little bit of my sriracha crema, and some sour cream. There we go. I'm gonna have this for me, and this is for Ella, my daughter, and this is for Elena, my other daughter. There you have it, my chicken tinga burrito. I think I nailed it, but there's one more thing that I have to do, and that's trying this. Okay. This is not working out for me. Should I have enough of this sauce? Enough of the crema. Delicious, delicious, delicious. It's just the layers of textures too. Like I can feel the crunchiness of the concon. It's just really, really good.
So I'm team steak, team shrimp. I think they actually mix really well together. But you know what I'm coming back to. I'm back to the Nepal. The cactus, it's not my favorite, but I do enjoy the steak and the shrimp and the tres chile salsa. So you know what? 2 out of what's that? That's like 3. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. It's a pork rind. I know it. Shout out to my grandpa. Hi, Saul.
Hi, Bianca. How's it going? How's the burrito, Maritierra?
Maritiera, I like that. See, I'm happy I have you here because I've been butchering the names. Awful job. The 3 chile sauce was on point, 10 out of 10.
Great. Did you end up doing the cheese trick?
I did do the cheese trick. You got some competition. However, I must know, cactus. How do you feel? How do you feel about cactus?
I love cactus. Listen, whenever I want to feel like I'm eating something healthy, I go for cactus. I grill it.
Really? For cactus?
Do
Not
your
like
cap
broccoli?
quest.
That's my Mexican.
Double
broccoli.
bezel, guys.
Check it out.
It looks yummy.
Guess so.
It looks yummy.
You telling
I really
me the
didn't care
truth?
for it,
Scale of 1
but
to
I
10.
can.
1 to 10, I think looks 9.99.
Oh, okay. That is you.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna do it that way. I'm gonna do it the same way you did.
Lovely man. Oh wow.
So this is.
Why would you disrespect
Tired of
me
this
like
thing
that?
here anyways.
All right, Bianca. Well, thank you very much. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Oops.
At Target,
Spammed
the
it.
prices never end. Look at me with the technique on my resume. Maker of dough, queen of pizza.
Hi, I'm Frank. I'm a professional chef from the Institute of Culinary Education, and this is a $183 pizza.
LeBron, what? I didn't even see that.
Hi, I'm Bianca. I'm a home cook, and these are my
Oh, look at that
$17
again.
pizza ingredients.
I forgot to look at it.
How did I know there'd be pineapple on this one?
Whoa, don't hurt me now. Got it. There's a lot of things going on here.
Nah, what ruined Isaiah Thomas's career is when he left the Celtics.
This is a
No
pizza?
system he could fit.
For my pizza, I planned on making a quattro stagione, which basically means 4 seasons. I
System
had
just
some
wasn't the
beautiful
same.
ingredients.
So, we have pizza, we have these ingredients, but where's my dough?
For my pizza dough, I was going to make a cold fermented crust using high gluten bread flour, yeast, some Italian mineral water, and some red wheat berries. so I
True,
can put
but
some flour on
he
my
just
dough.
didn't fit the system in general. Because once he left the Lakers, once he left where LeBron was, bro, he still didn't fit nobody else's system. It's not
Very nice
like,
extra
you know.
virgin olive oil, basil, and some garlic.
These are apricots? No, sorry. Cut that.
4 special ingredients that represent 4 seasons. Prosciutto di Parma, fresh baby artichokes, royal trumpet and chanterelle mushrooms, and fresh basil.
This is a very interesting pizza.
It was going to be spectacular. This pizza was going to blow your mind. Bianca, this is not an easy challenge, but you got this.
I'm cool. I'm down for the challenge.
With Bianca's recipe, I have simple ingredients. Things you'd be more likely to find in your pantry in a local grocery store. Store-bought pizza dough, marinara sauce, red onion, black forest ham, fresh basil, mozzarella, pepperoncinis.
Like, come
and-
on, shorty.
Bianca's ingredients may be simple, but I think with my chef skills, I can make them better. If I had to guess, this would probably cost about $10. $17? How expensive are pineapples nowadays?
So if I had to guess, this probably costs around, I'm gonna say $80. $183, Chef Frank, really? But I'm gonna follow your lead. I am the grasshopper. Alright, we're keeping
Can you come on?
with the Quattro Stagione 4 Seasons pizza. Not sure what that is.
A quattro stagione pie isn't something that Americans really know a lot about, but it's something you'll see in Italy quite often, and it's delicious. It's kind of got a little bit of all the flavors of every season.
These are Chef Frank's ingredients, and as you can see, it's no recipe, it's no nothing, not okay, Frank. Homemade dough with biga. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I'm not really sure what that is.
Bianca needs to make her own pizza dough. The dough I was planning to make is cold fermented, which basically means we're going to ferment it one time, we're going to shape it, and put it in the fridge overnight. Making this pizza
Like a little shrieking linguina. Like a linguina.
SOS, definitely we need Rose to the rescue.
Hey, Bianca.
Hey, Rose.
So what are you making today?
We're doing homemade dough with biga. What is biga?
Like I'm a little shrieking linguina.
Biga is the very first thing you're going to do before you start your dough, because it's an ingredient you're going to use to make the full dough afterwards. as you can.
Got it. So I also have these wheat berries here, Rose.
You're going to take the wheat berries and you're going to add them to the hopper on a mill. Flour's going to shoot out a spout. It's delicious.
Now, how do we make this dough?
You're just going to take flour, water,
Okay.
yeast, a little bit of olive oil, salt, and then you're going to take the biga and
Go
add
ahead.
it to that, and you're going to mix everything together, and you're going to let it ferment, or prove, as we say. You're going to be so good, Bianca.
Yay! Thanks for the vote of confidence. A lot to do, but I
You got
am
an
ready
outro
to
on?
go. Let's start with the dough. Kicking it off with the biga. We got some organic flour, mineral water from the lakes of Italia, and yeast. Now we're just gonna stir.
Bianca's recipe expected me to make this on a pizza stone, but I have a different idea. I'm using a cast iron skillet. Chef Frank, you're making a pizza. What's your problem? Are you crazy? If you don't have a pizza stone, this is the next best thing. I am personally a big fan of grandma pies. It's a square pie, it's a crispy kind of oily crust cooked in a pan.
I think I'm kind of getting there. Like, I am leveling up, and I'm going to cover it with some saran wrap, and now let our biga sit.
Bianca gave me a store-bought pizza dough, and there's no shame in this. I've used it many times. But the way that we treat this and work with it, we can make it a little bit better. Olive oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan.
So we're gonna be milling flour. Here we have some wheat berries.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely just doing stuff.
So I've been told this is gonna be a little loud.
And then I'm just going to take my dough, and I'm just going to turn it out into my pan. Get a little of that oil on your hands, and we're just going to press the dough, kind of stretch it as far out to the sides as you can. And it's going to keep on bouncing back. We want to make sure we don't stick our fingers through the dough either. It still hasn't reached all the edges, but that's okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to cover with a little saran wrap. Let it sit for about an hour, and then we'll come back to it.
Okay, that was very loud. Alright, so we're passing it through the sieves. Chef Frank, you told me we were making pizza. You did not say we was gonna be in the gym tonight. Alright, so the flour is milled, and now I'm ready to make my own dough.
What's up?
Ooh, it's heavy. Okay, so I've never used a standing mixer before. So many
Oh, my cap's
things.
still not done.
150 grams of water.
Goodness gracious.
Salt, flour, and our milled flour. The mysterious biga has been sitting out at room temperature for a while. It weirdly smells like alcohol. Okay. Wow, look at this. And let's give it a go. Watch it doing its thing. I love when things do what they're supposed to do. But it smells like banana bread. So now I'm going to try the window pane test that Rose mentioned.
You know that it's done when you take a little pinch of it, fold it up. If it stretches and doesn't break and you can see through it, that means you have enough gluten development. Your dough is kneaded properly.
So we see the light through the dough. Do I see the light? Do you see the light? This is good enough for me. Before we put it in the bowl, we're going to add a little olive oil so it doesn't stick. I think my dough is ready to rest.
Bianca will know the dough is done. When she opens it up, it'll have kind of like a slightly beer-like smell to it. We'll see some bubbles underneath the surface, and the dough should be slightly soft. It shouldn't be really firm, because when she flattens it out and rolls it out, we don't want it to be too tight so that every time she stretches it, it springs back.
And we're gonna nope. Okay, so we're just gonna like nicely just take it out. Smells good. But now we're gonna slice the dough in half. So we got our 2 halves of dough. I think this is good. Another slap for good luck. Pouring the olive oil on the pan. Gonna pop these into the fridge. I'll be RB.
Bianca gave me a jarred tomato sauce. It says fresh garlic.
I'm gonna make the sauce. Never used this. I don't think I've even seen one of these things before. But cheers to new things, right?
I always find with jarred sauces, they usually are really heavy on kind of the spices. Definitely a little on the sweet side. It's not horrible. It's actually pretty good. But I want to try and make it a little bit better with some of the ingredients that I have floating around. So I'm just going to turn my heat kind of on medium. So we're going to put a little olive oil in the pan. Let me get my onion. I'm just going to give it a slice. And we're going to throw this into the pot. I'm going to hit these with a little salt.
Go watch him play.
Moisture,
He sucks, but you can go watch him play.
Basically, I'm sweating them out. I got a couple of pepperoncinis. I'm sure there's an Italian out there holding their ears. It hurts. Stop. And these will give a nice acidity. And I'm just going to take the stem off and give these a nice rough chop. Leaving the seeds and everything in there. The seeds in these peppers are really soft, so I'm not too worried about them. There's not a lot of heat here. It's more for like that vinegary, acidic flavor. I'm just looking to see that the onions start to go translucent. Right now, they're still pretty firm. I want them to start getting a little salt. So that's why we added the salt. It's going to draw some of the moisture out.
Some tomatoes that actually Frank sent over. So I'm going to be putting the tomatoes into the food mill. Alright, so you're going to start.
Yeah, I'm going to take the sauce and it's going in. It's going to splatter, so be careful. This isn't going to cook for long. Salt. Give it a nice grating of black pepper. Fresh cracked. Don't use that dry stuff in the jar. It's dead. We really don't need them to be super reduced.
So pretty much done. I'm going to get all this luscious tomatoes, garlic, salt, pepper. Go crazy with the pepper, okay? Flavor is love.
And now the last thing we want to do is I'm going to shut my heat off. And I'm going to get some really nice pieces of basil.
You guess not to what?
Tear the leaf.
You ever seen somebody just do? I answered you. Are you not in the stream? Are you not in the stream? I answered you.
And half. I put a fair amount in there. Basil's going to give us this beautiful herbal note. I like to go.
There's two people on the stream. Cool, but I answered you.
We made it fresh.
What's going on, man?
The basil infusing with the garlic.
I'm not even
What's going on, newcomer? You know what I'm talking about?
Steeping it like tea. Already better.
Okay, it's not bad. It looks pretty, yeah. It's my pretty sauce.
That's my sauce. I'm gonna let it cool down.
Oh.
And once it is, we'll be ready.
Now I don't like how you call me a newcomer, but I'm gone.
The toppings, and we're starting it off with artichoke. Dang, which season is the artichoke? Is it fall? Is it spring?
So it's pineapple time. And to be honest with you, I've never really thought much about pineapple on pizza, but everyone that I talked to said it's absolutely delicious. So normally when you have a pineapple pizza, there's something salty there. Ham, bacon. But you definitely need something salty to counteract the sweetness on the pineapple. So I'm going to take it just a step further and get our pineapple a little more acidic. First thing I'm going to do is cut my pineapple. I take the top and the bottom off.
You let me eat, bro. I love to make a nigga fight with no health.
Dark spot, you can cut them out.
Can't be cheating, boy.
Cut this straight down the center, lay it flat, cut it again.
She sucks,
Take
man.
the core out. Now the core you can eat, it's totally edible. It just tends to be a little fibrous, so I'm not going to use it for this. And I'm just going to cut it into kind of like medium-sized chunks. I don't want this to be too big so that it overpowers, but I also don't want to be too small so you don't recognize what it is. I love pineapple. I think it's delicious. When I was a kid, I used to eat so much that my tongue would get fuzzy.
First things first, we want to cut the lemon and put the lemon in the water to stop the artichoke from turning brown. Start to peel think. Are we peeling?
And then you're going to tear the outer leaves off. It gets a little bit lighter in color, like it's a light green. If the artichoke is small enough and tender enough, all you have to do at that point is cut it lengthwise.
Beet, fleet, sleep, heat, meat.
We have our artichoke. We'll cut them in fours, and we're going to immediately pop them into lemon water.
And I'm going to just cut our onion into dice. Put that on top.
Bro, I don't want to talk to her, man.
Artichokes have been chilling in the lemon water.
I don't care.
Off before we saute them. Don't need too much garlic.
I'm going to take the brine from my pepperoncini. Get it hot, really. I'm going to hit my pineapple and onion mix with a little bit of pepper, just a touch of salt. And I'm doing this pickling process first because I want to give the pineapple time to kind of...
I've always wanted to do that.
marinate. I'm just going to take this brine and pour it over.
Man, I'm so tired of her, bro.
Plastic wrap. The plastic wrap is going to
Can't stand her.
It's time for 1 o'clock. Slowly, though.
Can't stand this girl, dude. Come on.
I think my artichokes are done. Bianca 1, pizza 0.
Bianca sent me some Black Forest ham. It's a smoky deli ham. I'm going to take this ham, I'm going to put it in the oven and let it dry out so it gets crispy. And then I'm going to crumble it on top. This is going to give us a little more of a salty pop. It concentrates the flavor of the ham, and it'll give us a little bit of crispiness. But I feel like having the sheet tray there helps heat it up all the way through. Not just getting heat from everywhere to dry this. I'm going to put this in the oven, 300, 325, until it's crisp.
Topping 2, mushroom, trumpet, and chanterelle. I love how this knife.
Bianca, for the mushrooms, I want you to saute them until they're nice and brown. This is one of the things that people don't do with mushrooms. They'll throw them all into a pot, they bubble away, and they kind of boil, and then they get brown. Put in some oil, and then we'll throw our shallots in, we'll throw our butter and thyme in, just to kind of give it the flavor at the end.
This is looking delectable, sensational. Topping 2.
So we're back with our dough.
Come on.
It's resting in the pan. It's kind of gone nice and soft. When you bake pizza in a pan like this, a lot of times if you don't par bake it, the crust doesn't get crispy on the bottom before the toppings are really dark. All I'm going to do is take a little bit of this oil here, get it on my hands. I'm not going to push it down really hard. Gently ease it to the side of the pan. I want to leave any of the bubbles there that we got. You can see I got a bubble there, I got a bubble there. You can see now, because we let it rest at room temperature in the pan, it's holding really nice and tight to the sides. I take a little bit of my sauce, and I'm not going to go crazy with the sauce here. I'm going to go almost up to the edge. The sauce will kind of...
Boy, I bet they thought I was going to fight without stamina.
Not so much to make it like chewy.
Boy, they
The
stupid.
crust will puff up a little more.
I'll forecast out of here, boy.
I have the oven on at about 420.
Go give me some stamina.
7 to 10 minutes. Stop bugging me.
Yeah, I thought it was sweet. Check me out.
Back with my dough that's been sitting in the fridge for quite a while.
All right, Bianca. This
Thought I
is how
was-
you hand
thought it was
stretch
sweet,
a piece of
boy.
pizza dough. I have my dough on the table, and I'm going to liberally flour it. So I'm not going to
I eat, boy.
my fingers. Go around the edge
Playing with
until
me.
we have kind of a lump in the middle.
Playing with me, think it's
I'm gonna
sweet,
draw it
boy.
out. I'm pushing down, and I'm
Playing
kind of
with me.
pulling the dough and opening it up.
I don't care if you think I'm cheating.
We don't want to get any pointy fingers. We're using the backs of our knuckles, but you want to try and get this as thin as possible.
Boy,
on the
started
backs
with
of your
sweet, boy.
knuckles. If you want to throw it in the air.
Playing with me.
Oh no. Hey, I can't even do the knuckle trip. Come on, though.
So if you happen to get a little tear in there, Bianca, what I do is I just dust off all the flour. I'm going to just pinch it over on itself so you can patch it up. And then we can put it onto our pizza peel, sauce it, top it, throw it in the oven.
Look at me with the technique on my resume. Maker of dough, queen of pizza.
I feel a little tingle in my chef sense. That my
I ain't even say anything. I ain't say you did.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. You can see that my dough is...
Gotta make sure, you know.
Because when I push down on it, it bounces back. If it wasn't done, I push down on it, it
Come on
would
with it,
leave
boy.
a dent, but it doesn't have a ton of color on the bottom. I took it out
about
so
none of that.
when I want to finish
Shut your
cooking
cokey mouth, boy.
I can throw the pan in the oven with a little more. Get it really
Excuse me? This is not a treat?
It's in there. I'm going to get a beautiful brown crispy crust. All about timing.
This game serious?
All my ingredients. Let's do it. That feels right.
So this is our ham garnish. It looks a little dark, so let me taste a piece.
Say, homeboy, you better chill out.
But it's not burnt, and that's what I want. I want it to be super crispy. I think it's right on the money.
Ooh, for the mozzarella, like evenly distribute the cheese as much as possible.
Most people don't realize there's a right way and a wrong way to grate cheese, and I'm going to show you the right way. So we have our mozzarella. Our mozzarella should be chilled. We want to make sure that it doesn't fly all over the place. Make sure you do it onto a tray or onto a plate. You lay it down and you push. This way you're using less muscle.
I don't care.
More efficiently to grate this
Tell your mama, man.
Anything else is an
And if y'all don't want to share that TV, I'm finna just take it.
This pizza looks awesome. It's nice and airy. I can tell that it's going to get crispy. Look at all those nice bubbles. I'm going to put a little more sauce on. Not a ton. Just hit those dry spots right there. We'll get our mozzarella. Don't be stingy with the mozzarella. Try and go all the way out to the edges.
Time to make our 4-season quadrants. So first, we're going to start with the artichoke, which I believe represents fall. God damn it. Which I believe represents spring. So these guys are pretty big, so we don't want to use too many of them. These fragrant mushrooms, which represents fall. Topping 3, the prosciutto, which represents spring.
Look, I'm over there just doing nothing.
Which represents winter.
Matter of fact, I want you to come over here.
So the last
So I can
quadrant
slide
is
down on
actually
your little
summer,
bean tie real
and
quick.
that is represented by basil, but we're gonna put that all over the pizza.
Slide down.
Take it out the oven. You're gonna taste good. You're gonna taste amazing. We have a winner.
And now we will put our pineapple. Make sure you drain it really well. We also don't want to overcrowd this too much because we want to get a couple of bites of pineapple here and there, but we don't want it to overpower. Some of those onions as
Take a little
well.
boomerang just flying over there slightly.
Pepper juice, so they should have
Forever so
some
slightly.
nice pepperoncini flavor. Just a touch more cheese, just to kind of stick those pieces of pineapple on there so the cheese melts around them. The toppings are on my pizza. The next step is to get my hot cast iron pan out of the oven. So I want you to be really careful. You see how it's a little smoky? That's good. We're going to take a little more oil, and we take this whole pizza, and we drop it in. Oh, you hear the sizzle? And it goes right back in the oven. And all we do is wait till it's melty and crispy and delicious.
Okay, Frank, don't kill me, but I had to just make a little addition and add some more Parmesan cheese.
This big class was brutal. You can try using Phoenix massaging, see?
He jumped in the air.
Sure, it's wireless. What's your Phoenix Wi-Fi password? Wicked Vision? You should do something stronger. I know, right?
Wicked Vision, the SUV for all of you.
And now for the basil. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil. So here we have it, guys. Chef Frank's 4-season pizza. I'm impressed.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Let's flop it out onto our board. Look at how beautiful it is. Our crust is super brown and crispy on the bottom. Cheese is all melty. We want to wait before we cut it. We want to let it cool just a little because if we cut it right now, all this topping just kind of slides off. But we still have to add the rest of our toppings. So I'm going to take some of that ham. I'm just going to break it up. And that's going to be our nice salty component. Okay? A little bit of basil. Just tear our leaves. Not too crazy. Just like nice little
It's Mr. Useless.
green there. And then a little bit of olive
Let me show you how I feel about you, boy.
All we got to do is wait for it to cool just a little.
Come on.
And then we can serve a slice.
Something for you.
Look at that.
I got something for you, boy.
Instagram worthy.
Both of y'all. Boy. Boy. Boy.
Time to cut this
Both
pizza.
of y'all,
The
boy.
pizza wheel
Playing
tends
me.
to kind of drag everything along, especially when you
Man,
have
both of
larger
y'all
toppings
suck.
like the pineapple. So I'm not going to use
playing
it.
me,
I'm
boy.
using the chef method. You can hear the crunch of the crust there.
I don't care if y'all turf nothing.
Super airy,
Boy.
nice and brown and crispy on the
Come on.
bottom. Going in.
Hurry up. Do what y'all gotta do. Come on with the Hadouken. Hadouken!
I have to say the pineapple works. With everything that's going on here, it tastes delicious. The cheese is super creamy. The sauce has a little bit of acidity and basil flavor to it. And the pineapple doesn't overpower. You get a little crispy crunch of that ham. Look at that. I've made a lot of pizzas in my life. I'm going to say this is in the top 6 or 7. I can't wait to see how Bianca did with my recipe.
I'm going to cut the quadrants. Here we go. You hear that?
Yeah, you better get, boy.
They made me too crunchy. Prosciutto
You better
was
get,
so
dude.
good. Mushrooms
Yeah, go on
look
get.
good. The basils looking kind of sad over here.
Playing with you,
but
boy.
I'm gonna eat it anyway. And here we have the artichoke.
I ain't playing with y'all, boy. I'm playing with y'all, boy.
That's how you know it's good because I'm quiet. I think my favorite.
Man, you messing with the right
is
one
between
too,
the
boy. What's up?
prosciutto and the mushrooms. Like I don't even think I can decide. But the
Said
shallots
run
and the
PMP. I don't know what that is, but whatever that is.
sensational. So I'm wondering what Frank did with my pineapple pizza. Hey Frank, how goes it?
Hi Bianca, how's everything? How'd it go?
You have me here for hours on end. I loved the pizza. The mushrooms, yum. The prosciutto was great. The sauce, so good. Like you sent over those tomatoes. So you want to check it out?
Oh, so you took a bite of each season.
Yes.
That looks great. That crust looks phenomenal. I'm proud of you. You did great.
Oh, yay. Oh, Chef Frank is proud of me. Did you hear that, guys?
I can't say that I'm a fan of pineapple on pizza. It works.
It works, yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I'm glad you have a glass of wine. I'm sure you've worked hard today. You deserve it.
Cheers to pineapples, and also cheers to patience.
You did great. It looks beautiful.
Thank
Here
you.
you go. You get a round of applause.
A
You
round
going,
of
bud?
applause.
Thumbs up.
Awesome.
You
Thanks,
got, no, where you
Frank.
going? I ain't gonna none of that, boy. Boy, I'll chop you down, boy. Come here. Hold on, give me the piercing back. Thought that was torching. Should I cap it? I probably should cap it, right? Should I? Nah, I don't care for none of this stuff.
I don't run, but I would run if I had to.
I don't think you got nothing important for me.
Not a marathon, but maybe a 5K.
Hi, I'm Bill. I'm a professional chef, and this is a $145 mac and cheese.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a home cook, and these are my $10 mac and cheese ingredients. Okay. There's a creature.
I love Velveeta.
Well, I guess I'm making lobster mac and cheese. Alright, so here is Chef
Son of a
Bill's
bitch got
recipe
stunned.
book. As usual, no measurements, no instructions, just ingredients.
For my mac and cheese, I was planning on making cavatelli with lobster mornay sauce. I had some excellent ingredients to
Oh man, what a hit,
I
kid!
had a wild lobster imported fresh from Nova Scotia,
I'm from Nova Scotia. We're from the same place.
and used the shells to infuse the base of the sauce. Made with whole milk, thyme, freshly ground nutmeg, bay leaf, butter, flour, garlic, black peppercorns, and cayenne pepper. Essentially, a lobster shell-infused bechamel. To make that into a mornay, I was going to add cheese. A lot of cheese. Gruyere, raclette, aged cheddar, and Parmesan.
These cheeses smell incredible.
And I had everything I needed to make fresh cavatelli from scratch. Double O flour, organic
Garbage
eggs,
can.
and milk. It was going to be rich, creamy, and delicious.
This looks incredible. And of course, there's the lobster in the room. The elephant in the room. I think it's looking at me. That's
Playing
okay.
with me.
With Emily's recipe, I have simpler ingredients.
I owed you
Stuff
this,
that you probably
boy.
already have in your pantry or at the local grocery store.
That's
So
why I
the
couldn't
mac and
wait
cheese
to
that
face
I
you.
was going to make was a slow cooker 1-pot Velveeta concoction. It's basically the closest you can get to making mac and cheese from a box while making it homemade.
Macaroni, flour,
Boy, I couldn't wait to face him again, boy. I couldn't wait, boy.
butter, Tabasco, and Velveeta. Also, some ketchup.
Because I do like to put a little bit of ketchup on my mac and
Boy,
cheese.
I couldn't wait.
I won't put ketchup on this mac and cheese. I love ketchup. I'm not insane.
Yo, bro, y'all still talking about the movie, bro? That's done, bro.
Something with these. If I had to guess, I would say these probably cost around
Movie on DVDs now.
$15. Okay?
I'm going to go like $77. $145! I'm not terrified at all. Don't worry about it. So, I have some concerns. Looks like I'm going to have to turn a lobster into food, which I can do, but I'm a little nervous.
I've been waiting to whoop on him for a long time, boy. I couldn't wait to get to him. I had the perfect weapon for him, too. I already knew he was weak to blast damage. I was ready, boy.
That's the live lobster. It's the best for everyone.
Boy, I couldn't wait, boy.
Lobster. So we want to dispatch the lobster in the most
I ain't care about the ice part at all on my blade.
Emily! Hi, Rose! So, what are you making today?
So it's a cavatelli with a lobster Bornay sauce is the official name of the recipe.
Yum. It sounds very fancy.
So I do have some questions for you, obviously.
I'm here for you, Emily.
What do I do with the lobster?
Get the lobster cold first, so you can put them in the freezer, maybe 15 minutes. Take the lobster
Bro, stop
out,
talking to me, bro. Come on, let's go.
Take a sharp knife and poke into the head and make a cut, and then immediately into hot, boiling water. You're going to get really nice results, and it's the best way to dispatch that lobster.
Okay, so then once I have a cooked lobster, what do I do with it?
So you're going to take your lobster and cool it down a little bit first so you can handle it. Have a bowl and a side towel ready. With these delicious lobsters, we want to use every part of that animal so you can save your shells and the body, and you can actually infuse your milk when you're heating it to make the Mornay sauce. So use your shells from the claws as well as the tail, and then save the body and make a stock with it later.
I feel better. I can do this. I can definitely probably do this. So like Rose said, the most humane way to kill a lobster is just to take your knife and quickly, in a downward motion, pull it through the head. So I'm going to do that, and then I can put my lobster into the boiling water.
So to start off, I'm going right to the best part, the Velveeta. We're going to make some Velveeta croutons. What is Velveeta? A pasteurized recipe cheese product, liquid gold. I love it because it melts great, it's creamy, it's definitely a nostalgic flavor.
All right, so the lobster is ready to go into the boiling water. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, that's hot. All right, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine.
I'm just going to cut these into 1-inch slices, sort of like miniature mozzarella sticks. Because Velveeta melts so easily and so
Man, y'all talk too
we're going to pop
much.
this in the freezer to keep it super, super cold before we put it in the fryer.
All right, I'm going to check on my lobster. I think it is done. So let's pull them out. Looks red, looks delicious. I'm excited to eat them. Sorry.
So you might notice I have one glove on today. I am not a supervillain, nor is it for fashion purposes. I cut myself in the kitchen the other day. Occupational hazard. So I've got half that's going to go in the sauce, half that's been cubed. I'm going to pop that in the freezer before we bread it and fry it.
So my lobster's all cooked. It's cooled down. Time to take this lobster apart. So I haven't broken down a lot of lobsters in my life, but I am Nova Scotian, so I am willing to believe it's just in my blood. Okay, I'm going to start with nice and easy, just pulling these guys out. Claws removed. It seems like there's a thing where you can just like crack. Maybe I have to. Yeah,
I'll talk to
there
the
we go.
cat.
There's like
There you
stuff
go.
here, and I'm not sure if what we've got going on is lobster eggs or lobster guts. I think we can just sit in here for now.
So now we're going to bread our Velveeta croutons. We're going to be double breading them just to make sure that they have a nice crispy, crunchy coating and that Velveeta stays inside of the breading when it melts. So I've got the frozen Velveeta. It's been in the freezer for about 15-20 minutes. And we've got the breadcrumbs and the flour from Emily's original recipe and 2 eggs.
With my tail, I think I have 2 options. One is that I can go from this end, the other is to go down the middle. Let's try this end side. This is a little picky bit that you can use to like get meat out when it's stuck. So I'm just cutting down the center with my kitchen shears. Put my shells in my broth shell area. Yeah, I think that's a
Oh, I got old Smithy.
pretty good tail.
So I've got my breadcrumbs here, flour. I'm going to whisk these up. I'm going to season my breadcrumbs just a little bit with black pepper and a little salt.
So I've gotten a lot of my meat out. The next thing I'm going to do is handle my claws.
Anytime that I'm plating lobster, I really like to keep the whole claw together. It makes a nice presentation.
Oh,
It's going to be
steamwork.
tricky. I'm not going to lie to you.
In order to do that, I separate the whole claw arm from the body,
Oh.
including the knuckles.
It's not
And then
steamwork.
separate the claw from the knuckles.
Ah, that's the research guy. I'm good on that.
So my claw is still mostly intact right now. The next step is to perform claw surgery, which is to try and gently get it out of here. So just having to be very gentle while also breaking a claw.
Gently crack that claw open and sort of pull it out. Just being as tender as you can and keep that all together.
Yeah! Okay, don't freak out. Don't get cocky. I'm doing rocket surgery over here. So I got the end of the shell off. So now it's just about. Feel good. Feeling real good. Looks like the levee back into Nova Scotia.
We're gonna go flour, egg, panko, egg, back into the breadcrumbs. So we've got a really nice breadcrumb coating. I'm just going to repeat that for all of these.
All right, so I have my lobster shells soaking. I'm going to use them to infuse my Mornay with more lobstery goodness. And now I'm just going to cut up the tail.
I'm a 39.
I want my lobster pieces to be not too big because I should probably go with the pasta, like in terms of size and experience. I'm ready for my nap.
Most delicious things are double breaded, at least in my world. If your breadcrumbs start to get really eggy, just push them sort of to the back. We're double breadcrumbing just to get that really nice crunchy breading on the outside. But also, Velveeta has such a low melting point that we really want to get them kind of encased in that breading so that you're not just leaking Velveeta out into your fryer fat. So our Velveeta cubes are double breaded. I'm going to throw these back in the freezer until we're ready to fry.
I'm going to start my pasta dough.
For the cavatelli, I was going to make my own pasta
Okay,
dough.
bet, so I ain't got to do
Something
none of
I
that
do
no
all
more.
the time. Super easy. Feels more impressive than it actually is hard.
I have made pasta dough before. I have not made cavatelli before, but I'm going to go with my gut and we'll see what happens.
So, Emily, don't be intimidated. This is a super easy trick. Once you do it once, you'll want to do it all the time.
First thing I'm going to do is simply make a well with my flour.
Put all of your flour into a nice tidy pile.
Making a little well, is that enough of a well? I don't know, I'm always making it up as I go, like this song which I am writing. Look at these yolks, they're so orange. They're like a sunset. And I'm gonna just mix these up, I think? No. Yes. Yeah. Looking good, feeling good.
Fill that well with all of your eggs and your milk and your oil. And using your fingertips, gradually break up your egg yolk.
There's Young Smith.
Start to incorporate your flour all the way around your well, sort of slowly adding it in and making a paste.
I am going to try to just keep working this and incorporate as much of all
Oh man, no more. What's some making?
Bring it together in a dough, bring
What's some making?
remaining flour in and start kneading it by hand.
I think that if I just kind of keep going, eventually it'll come together. I
Well,
think that's like my career. Just keep going.
got that last tree,
Kind of looks like Velveeta.
you know.
Once your dough is smooth and elastic and
Look
feels
at
like
all
you're
those chickens, boy.
Yeah.
This is when Defender becomes useless.
wrap it, set it aside
When you
for
get to
at least
master
30
rank.
minutes, about an hour.
Oh, I can make that one, huh? You got already 9 in your hands, bruh.
It's got our frozen Velveeta cubes, double breaded, ready to go. We've got our canola oil between 350 and 360 right now. I'm just gonna fry these until they're golden brown, and let's see how this goes.
I don't care about none of these, though. I feel like I have the best weapon from what I'm doing.
Cavatelli. Bill has sent me these two contraptions. I'm not sure how to use either of them, but I am going to try.
Yeah, this is the best weapon in my opinion on dual blades. I don't care what nobody say.
Scary and less potentially ouchy.
There's two different types of apparatus.
Ooh, snap, it's 2 levels of Diablos.
You might see a hand
See, but I ain't gonna need that though once I get Fatalis.
crank's super easy, but the one that you do by hand
the best route
is super
set.
satisfying. So if you have the old style,
Alright, let's go look at the armor, dude.
nice wooden board, it has ridges.
Talk to me, man. I know how this
You're gonna
works.
take your cigar and chop it up into small pieces. What you do is you take one of these little balls.
Yeah, I knew his stuff
press
sucked.
it firmly either with your thumb or 2 fingers.
I guess the health boost would have been fine if I didn't have it already.
The wooden surface.
Actually,
The rest is so garbage. I don't care about
Maybe.
none of the other stuff.
Alright, that's one.
That's what I'm talking about. That shit trash.
Cavatelli-like.
Marathon 1 on 3 just for my helmet?
The more I do it,
Jeez, boy.
and I think that the secret that I'm missing.
Carving Pro.
Unknown caller.
Defense knockbacks by Carving. I don't know if I care about that. Hello?
Thank you for staying at Hilton Hotel.
And thank you for calling my phone to get hung up on.
That I have to get this edge at this point so that when I get to here, they're both there.
Oh, this thing would be crazy if you was going to,
I am the Cavatelli queen.
what's it called? Garden Lands, boy. Get these legs, boy.
We're almost there. These are gonna be good.
Actually, that's really all you need, though.
With the Cavatelli.
I don't even know what this does.
So I'm gonna also try
1 extra consumable herb, fruit, nut, seed, insect, or mushrooms into pure gather. That's pretty interesting. Let's look at the layered.
Now we're cooking with gas.
So one of the main things that I'm just keeping track of is trying to maintain a consistent temperature with the oil around 350.
I'm not.
Because you're adding cold, frozen things directly to the
yelling for, man.
Temperature's going to drop, so you just want to make sure you're kind of adjusting and keeping an eye on your temperature. If it gets too high, they'll get too brown too fast, and you won't get the cheese to melt on the inside.
Well, they're yelling for no reason, man. Calm down, man. I wasn't gonna do it.
That's it. Velveeta croutons.
Okay, so these
Gold
are
Raytheon.
better and more uniform than the ones I was making by hand. Mine were fun. These are better. I accept that. Cavatelli made.
Let's see how it is on the inside.
Unknown caller.
Oh. Potentially a bowling alley. In a good way.
I'm going to make my Mornay.
Mornay is a bechamel sauce that has had cheese added to it. What is a bechamel sauce? Well, it's a milk sauce that has been thickened with a roux, butter, and flour.
First thing I need to do is just sort of infuse my milk with flavor. Just taking my lobster shell pieces. Cool. That feels lobstery. And then the next thing I'm going to do is put my garlic, bay leaf, thyme, and peppercorns in here. Alright, so I have all my aromatics in here, and I'm just going to add my milk. Alright, I'm just setting this on low and letting it warm up. And once this heats up, it's roux and cheese time, baby.
So, with Emily's recipe, it was a dump it all together into a crock pot and leave it for 2 hours kind of recipe. But luckily for me,
I said, you said for what?
Materials here to make sort of a classic
Oops.
stovetop mac. I'm going to make cheese sauce. I'm going to boil some pasta. We're going to fold it together, garnish it with the crispy croutons. It's going to be delicious. So, let's just start with this cheddar. I'm just going to grate this on the large size. Just adding this into the pot here. This is
Look at all those optionals.
doing the same thing as the crock pot, but you have a little bit more control. I'm just going to coarsely chop this Velveeta up. It's so melty that it doesn't really need to be that small.
Great gyros, all the Master Rank ones. They're here, man. Waiting on me.
Add some evaporated milk.
So while my milk is simmering,
Where my friend at, man?
use the food processor.
My cousin
to
at.
shred my cheese. Okay, I'm going to turn this on low.
My cousin right there, pie.
Oh, well, things are going good.
That's not the right one, though, but that is my cousin. I can't find the right one that he's in, like when he's in the arena.
It hates me. I think we're done. This is enough cheese.
That one.
There we go.
That's Cuzzo right there, but he need that.
Easily shredded.
I love evaporated
All the coal I need to get all the stuff I want.
creamy. You're getting all of that.
I don't even remember how he howled, bro. That's crazy.
So it's great for something like cheese sauce.
I don't, for real.
Most of this can to start. It's just really
It's been a minute since I fought that thing. I don't remember it at all.
We'll let this start to melt.
So the next thing I have to do is make my roux and then just kind of
I'll start joining people, boy. What you fighting?
First thing I have to do is just turn this on super low. And I'm going to put my
That sound about right.
cayenne pepper.
That sounds right.
Nutmeg.
So when Emily's making her
Wanna get on my face?
should make sure that she blooms the nutmeg
Damn it, yo.
and cayenne pepper in that melted
Punch you in your nose, man. You keep getting my face like that.
Then add your flour, whisk it all together.
And the next thing I'm going to do is just strain my milk, pour my milk into here.
Boy, I go fight this old Magdaros, boy.
Just adding a little bit of salt. This is starting to look nice, huh? More like a sauce, less like a terror.
Alright, let's see if it's a great. Do I even have a great gyros optional, bro?
Not to boil the cheese. Because
Oh, investigation.
So
I mean, I could, but I don't need to right now.
cheese sauce, which you really
I told I don't have the money
Velveeta and
to
the
do it.
evaporated milk is a little bit
to
more
keep making weapons.
You get the message, you
Okay,
get the
this
money
is
later, huh?
exactly what we're looking for.
You said what?
It's like
I said you get the
velvety
materials and
cheese
we'll get the money later. We'll
So
go farming.
now
We'll
that
put
the
on
cheese
Ben
has
and
been melted,
while we do
we're
our
gonna add a
offering.
couple dashes
You know what
of
I'm saying?
hot
Look, I ain't
sauce
got no
in
paper
here.
like that, man. Thought I was made out of money. Come on now.
Materials and shut up, money.
Vinegar that hot sauce adds to it too.
Broke, bro. I'm broke, bro. I'm broke. Broke boy, broke boy. Yeah, that's me.
sauce. Okay, so I think that this is done, but before I cover it
Wait, let me
The
hear
next
that
thing,
before.
I'm
You
just
know,
going
huh?
Let
to
me see what all I got
give it a
though.
taste.
With the great
It's great.
girls.
It's great.
Mm,
Standing
it's
for.
beautiful.
But I honestly
So
don't know
I'm
what
just gonna put
I
a
don't know
lid
what
on
weapon I
this,
want to make
set it
neither. That's
aside,
another
keep it warm
issue.
while we boil our pasta and finish the
I've
rest of
already
the
had the
recipe.
gun lance,
Alright, so
man.
now
You
I'm
said
going to
what?
cook my pasta.
Yes,
First thing
and
I have to do
Coco
is toss
staring
a
at me. If you
little
won't take
more
his
salt
eyes
in
off
my
him.
water.
There we go. I'm just gonna put this in.
And since this is fresh pasta, it's going to cook
Oh,
really
jumping
quickly.
that bed
And
and
I
do
can
some
tell they're
different
pretty much
stuff.
cooked because they are all floating,
Huh?
which is
You
great.
gonna
Just
fight
gonna
me?
drain this off
Huh?
because we're going
Ah, what you gonna
to
do?
be holding this while we
What you gonna
rewarm
do,
our sauce.
Coco?
I'm gonna put a little
What you
vegetable
gonna
oil
do?
on this to make sure that it
Huh?
doesn't stick together.
What you gonna do, boy?
All right, my pasta's
What you
good to
gonna
go.
do?
So I'm just going to
Jumping that
scoop
bed and
all of
punching
these
your
into
mouth,
my
boy.
sauce.
Huh?
Alright, and the next thing I'm going to do is put my lobster meat
What you
into
gonna
here.
do?
I'm
What
just
you gonna
combining
do?
this.
What
I'm
you
gonna add
gonna
a
do,
little
boy?
splash of evaporated
Jump right in
milk
that bed
here
and
to
beat you
kind
down,
of
boy.
loosen it up, bring it all together.
Scary thing.
Ah, there we go. Adding a little more hot sauce just for a little extra flavor, a little dash of salt.
And I'm just going to fold it all together. That looks good.
He got a better
To
swoop
me, this
weapon.
looks perfect.
I think we're ready to plate this thing
Oh
up.
no, the damage is trash. 345.
I've always wanted to do that.
So I'm just going to grab my plate.
Oh yeah, there we go. This is gonna be so good. It's like the best boxed mac and cheese you've ever had.
I'm going to take my big boy claw. You know what? I'm going to do both claws.
These little croutons.
And just a little parsley on top. And I think that looks pretty good. And here's my take on Chef Bill's lobster mac and cheese.
That's my take on
Try
Emily's
this
mac and
sword.
cheese.
I
The
am
great sword.
very excited to eat this.
It's looking delicious.
I think I drilled a little.
Don't worry, Emily, I didn't forget the ketchup. We can use that as a little dip.
All right, it is time to taste.
Dark cheese all over my face.
Really good. Salty and cheesy, and you get that beautiful sweet lobster meat. It's really good.
The crunchy with the creamy. It's very good. This is so simple. I don't think I would change much at all, even if I had access to other ingredients.
Wow. All right, I get it. Sometimes mac and cheese that doesn't come from a box is also exceptional.
I can't wait to check in with Emily to see how she did with the lobster mornay. I bet she did great.
I hope he is impressed. I'm gonna show him my claw. Hi, Chef Bill.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good, how did it go?
Good. Oh my gosh, it's so tasty.
Good. How did the lobster go?
Pretty good actually. I actually got a whole pile, which
I'm
I
unhappy
did
with
not
all this stuff.
expect.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Yay! Thank you so much. I did my best.
Oh, it looks great. There was a big lobster.
This was so good.
I'm glad it went well. Here, I'll show you what I did. So I did like stovetop and then fried the Velveeta. I don't know if you can see.
What? That's so cool.
And then I served it with
The
your
damage is so trash on it, but the
A little side of
paralysis
ketchup.
is
Don't
so
worry, I won't put
good.
ketchup on this.
Do you think you'll make cavatelli at home now?
You know what? I totally would. I love that little board thing where you just do.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I could do this and have this in my house. And do you think you'll be using Velveeta more?
I mean, I love Velveeta. I was not a stranger to Velveeta beforehand, so.
It was so great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Take care.
Bye.
It's 483. The fire. 460 with the blow off tree.
I've never held one of these in my hand before.
See, but I need elemental. I mean, I need
Nope.
free element
Take two. Told you, I never held one.
for Borog.
I'm Ralston. I'm a professional chef, and this is a $264 lasagna.
Hi, I'm Gabby, a home cook, and these are my $16 lasagna ingredients. Got it.
Boy, that damage is absolutely booty, dude. At least this has 437, bro. 368?
Wow.
That's some terrible
Bro, I
damage.
told him to playthrough on Monster Hunter Rise.
What?
Oh, okay.
He's starting his playthrough on Monster Hunter Rise after you.
He's starting his what? I don't understand.
I'm gonna say it's
Playthrough.
of something.
Oh,
So I was planning on making
oh, he finally got it.
truffles and homemade ricotta. And I had some excellent
He's
ingredients.
had it for some time.
Really nice grass-fed leg of lamb.
I guess he's just not done with the story.
Smoky lamb. That ragu had
It's Rafi. He got a camera.
juniper berries,
Are these juniper berries?
I just saw Rafi for the first time.
onions, garlic,
Huh?
carrots, bell peppers, anchovies,
Anchovies? Fun.
You think this is funny, James?
tomato
Talk to him.
sauce, and a little bit of sugar.
He turned it on an accident.
Herbs and spices, smoked paprika,
He turned it on an accident.
cayenne, chili flakes, bay leaves, and fresh parsley.
James, he knows.
Big one. Oh my god.
To make my bechamel sauce, I have organic butter, baking flour, whole milk, nutmeg, and pecorino.
So you send me a screenshot?
Planning to make some fresh
Trying to get the screenshot.
using whole milk, heavy cream, and lemon juice to combine with eggs and mozzarella. I freshly made lasagna noodles.
Pre-made pasta sheet. I'm so grateful.
And what's a lamb and truffle lasagna without truffles?
I've
So
never
Rafi.
eaten a
What's up, Dan?
fresh in my life.
Not gonna lie, it's gonna
Hey, what's up, Don?
With Gabby's recipe, I have simply
I was planning on making a vegetarian lasagna.
you're more likely to
Hey, what's up, Don? Yeah, he look like he. Hey, what's up, Don? Not fully how I imagine he'll look like, but
I'm screaming at him.
Channel your local grocery store.
stop screaming at people, man.
Ricotta, spinach, mushrooms, jarred tomato sauce, venison,
Like, Rafi, I see your hands! Oh,
eggs, and lasagna.
calm down, man. Like, don't scream at him, bro.
Be simpler, but I'm gonna use my chef skills to make them better.
So I need a fang and only Plega sack.
$18.
Let's do it.
I was close. I still got it.
I'm thinking that all of this is around $162.50.
This internet must be awful, boy.
$64? Oh my god! Actually, now I think about it, this is probably $100 alone, and I don't even know what it is. Chef Ralston's recipe book. Oh, it's lamb, duh. And per usual, just ingredients, no actual instructions at all. I'll be honest, I'm not much of a lamb person.
Lamb for me is my go-to, and where I'm from, the islands, like we cook a lot of lamb, we cook a lot of goat before we even think of cooking.
There's no way I only have low
I'm
range.
nervous about, butchering the lamb. So
I only have low range, bro. What?
And I think I know someone who can help.
Why you can't ask your mom? Where's your mom?
Hello, how are you?
I don't understand, bro. Y'all come all the way upstairs to ask me, bro. Downstairs, mom or nothing. Not doing a thing, just down there. What you doing? What are you doing? Did you ever go grocery shopping?
Yeah.
Are you cooking?
No, I'm tired.
You working out tonight, Miss Tired?
What?
Are you working out tonight, Miss Tired?
I don't know.
All right.
No, I'm not doing it. Y'all gonna have steak attitude. I get out of here. I
You
don't
said
want
what?
to do that either.
What happened?